world, what's going on? This is William Sprankles. Welcome to episode 2 of the Good Trouble podcast.
Whoop, whoop.
I have a great colleague of mine, Mrs. or Miss?
Mrs.
Mrs. Val Folz,
Yeah.
Butler Tech social studies teacher at School of the Arts, teacher of the year. And Val, welcome to the Good Trouble podcast. There's 3 things that we like to include in the introduction.
Let's hear it.
Number 1 is the purpose of this podcast is to amplify voices of teachers. Number 2, we want to celebrate the culture and the craft behind teaching.
Okay.
And then number 3 is we want to get into a little bit of good trouble, specifically by allowing you to challenge systems, lift up other people, and keep educational conversation real today on the podcast. How's it sound?
Thank you for having me. I'm excited. Yeah.
All right, before we get started, let's check in. Tell me how your energy is and what type of day is Val Folz having?
A good day. Great day. Today at School of the Arts where I get to work. We're prepping for the 80s show, so I've been listening to 80s jams all morning as they're rehearsing. And then I unexpectedly got lunch from Jimmy John's, which is better than my typical salad from home. So 10 out of 10 day. Yeah.
The podcast crew was running late today, so shout outs to Jeremy West. He was able to drive Val Folz and I to get Jimmy John's. It was a 12-minute lunch. It was fast sandwiches. We didn't even eat them. They're sitting over here. So shout outs to Jeremy West for taking us to Jimmy John's. And I too am excited to smash the turkey tom after the podcast. So Val, at the beginning of each of the podcasts, we'd like to get into this concept of like a micro story, which could include where you're from a little bit, and then might there be 1 or 2 childhood experiences that are pretty significant for you that impact who you are as an adult or an educator. Maybe you could start out with that.
Yeah, I think about myself as an educator, and I really want to give a shout out to my mom and dad.
Okay.
They have shared values, but they are very different in their interests. My dad's a stand-up comic. And so from him, I think I just got this like love of entertainment and wanting to like perform and make people smile. And
is he funny at the house all the time?
Yeah, he's always on, which is almost a problem. But yeah, through him, I just always learned to like find the laugh in any moment. And then through my mom, she's retired happily, but had a great career at Miami University as the director of internal audit and consulting services.
It sounds like a miserable job. The director of internal audit and consulting services.
Totally suited her, but 100%. She was like the one checking to make sure everyone's, following all the rules, legal requirements, but looking for ways the university could be more efficient as well. And so she was very like type A, organized, like how can we make systems better? How can we make sure we're being ethical? And
does that mean you're part type A, part comedian?
Yeah. 100%. And it honestly makes her a really good teacher because I'm like really goal-oriented, focused, organized, but like at the end of the day, I just want to create something that's a fun moment for the audience, for lack of a better word.
Students are for sure audience members, absolutely. I didn't know that your dad was a comedian, but it clicks for me now because you're always in a good mood.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm a good laugh. Yeah.
When I walk in your classroom, you are always on in the same way that you described that your dad's always on as a comedian.
Yeah.
And I understand the influence you get from your mom because the type A side of you is super organized.
Oh, yeah.
You're super intentional as a teacher, but it's super fun and there's a ton of laughter. And on my way here, walking from central office to the DRL studios today, I crossed paths with 3 or 4 people and they said, "Where are you going?" I said, to shoot a podcast with Val Folz. The response from all 3 people was the same. Everybody loves Val.
Oh, wow, that means a lot. That's great. Thank you.
I think there needs to be a sitcom called Everybody Loves Val.
I think Chris Rock did it and it didn't work out.
Yeah.
So if he can't do it,
we'll give you an at-bat with it.
Yeah, I'll take my shot.
Val, tell me, is there a particular moment or a chapter in your career where you realized that education was your calling? Like, when did you know?
Yeah.
Was it before you got in the classroom, or was it once you were in the classroom even?
As like a kid, I like played school a lot at my house play teacher. But when I went to Miami University, I was undecided and had a few majors. So I took a class where it's like, explore your majors. I shadowed an architect for the day. Felt it was fun, but just not me.
Not you?
I was interested in marketing, really into advertisements and stuff. but it was more business oriented than artsy.
Okay.
And then I did like a education one, and so I went to I think I just went to Talent Middle School, where I actually went to middle school, but I was going as a college student, not to my alma mater or whatever. And as soon as I drove in the parking lot, this is gonna sound cheesy, but I said, I'm home. Like literally, like I said, I'm home. Not because I had gone to Talent myself, but just it felt right that I would be driving
The
into
institution
a school
of a school,
lot.
like pulling up in a school parking lot makes you feel at home.
Yeah, like I didn't plan on saying those things, but it just like came out, and I thought, okay, well, I have to listen. Like my body or my unconscious is like, it's here. Like this is it. So that moment solidified it. Like this was the career path for me.
Share with the listeners, what's something that you learned your first year as a teacher? Like what's a lesson that you can share with the rest of the audience, like from your first year of teaching? What's that lesson?
My first year of teaching was pretty rough, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I was prepped in terms of like lessons and stuff like that, but I hadn't learned how to say no yet. And I didn't realize that students are looking to the teacher for like safety, and they feel safe if they occasionally get some feedback. Like, no, this is what's going to happen. Like, you can trust me because I've got a game plan and I'm going to execute it. Yes, you can do that. No, you can't do that. And I think my first year I was just really lenient. Like, oh, you need extra time? Sure. And because of that, I think students didn't trust me enough because I wasn't firm. So my first year of teaching, after the first trimester, a student who I really liked, but
where was your first teaching experience at?
In Louisville, Kentucky. In Louisville? More traditional school, great school, but
shout outs to the 502. Shout outs to Louisville.
100%.
Right.
But
100%.
I love Louisville, but had a great time there. But a lot of students had a lot of needs, and second semester, first year of teaching, I remember it was like, I just said to a kid, I said, no, we're gonna do this first. And the kid like looked me in the eyes like, how sure are you on that? And I just was like,
not
polite, but like,
through it.
No, this is what's gonna happen. Yeah. And as soon as I held my ground, everything changed. It was like I had proven I was worthy of following. I don't know. So my first year of teaching, learning to say no or learning to have confidence in my plan and execute it was huge.
I know that's important about your identity because I know how big your heart is. You got a huge heart.
Thank you.
Kids love you. Staff love you. I know you express your love in a dozen different ways around School of the Arts that I've seen and for our district. And I can only imagine how difficult it is to learn how to hold that line and toe that line your first year as a teacher. So kudos to you for sharing that story. And
thank you. And I was 22 teaching 18-year-olds, so it's just like tough, but I learned it.
Let's transition from where you come from and your first year as a teacher to what keeps your spirit charged up. Specifically, what kind of music do you vibe out to? Do you watch series or TV shows? Like, who are you when you get to relax on your way to work, when you get home? Like, what do you listen to? What do you watch?
Okay, I have like a 45-minute commute, so a big audio fan. Love indie pop music.
Indie pop music?
Yes, jamming. But actually, 7 times out of 10 in the car, I'm listening to an audiobook.
An audiobook?
Or the news, so kind of like nerdy stuff. But my favorite time of day, 9 p.m., my daughters are asleep. I'm a mom, whoop, whoop. And I love television.
You love television?
I love all television.
You love all television?
Highbrow, lowbrow, all of it.
All of it? Do you have a favorite series or comedy or show you watch?
Really into Severance is like my highbrow show right now on Apple TV, dystopian reality show.
I'm not hip to Severance.
And then my more reality stuff right now is Amazing Race and a show called Traitors.
Gotcha.
Phenomenal. Amazing
Race and Traitors. I'm going to have to check them out. Tell me, are there any other artists that are impacting you right now?
Yeah.
And those could be artists from School of the Arts. They could be teacher friends that are artists, or it could be artists that are in pop culture. Is there any artists that are influencing you?
Well, I wish I knew her, but it's Amy Poehler.
Okay.
She's got a podcast.
Okay.
Good Hang. And at the end of every podcast, she asks a question along the lines of like, what are you doing right now to like stay happy, like reinvesting in yourself. Like,
Yeah.
how do you like unwind and laugh? And that has helped me focus, like prioritize having fun
Yeah.
too. And like, and what I've learned is that a lot of people are like leaning on friends. And so it's just important. I think sometimes I can schedule myself so busy, I forget to schedule
Friends.
friends.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, Amy Poehler.
The teaching, as we both know, any job in education, whether it be the custodian, the classroom teacher, the principal, the secretary, as much as we love our work, it can drain you. So having that network of great friends, having that network of people that inspire you is super important.
Yeah.
To our craft, to our profession, to remain charged.
Totally.
Tell me, if your students or colleagues described your classroom energy as a genre or a mood, what would it be and why?
Okay, I'm going to share from Shirley Ann last year.
Okay.
Great kid. Shirley Ann gave me one of the top 5 compliments of my life. She said, "Miss Folz, you know who you remind me of?"
Okay.
I'm like, okay, who's it going to be? You know, you get a few repeated. She said, "From the movie Inside Out."
Inside Out?
And I'm expecting someone. Do you want to take a guess who I'm expecting?
I have no clue.
I'm expecting Joy, that like
Okay.
like happy-go-lucky person.
Okay.
And she goes, "You're Bing Bong."
Bing Bong?
I said, "Bing Bong." And truly, best compliment of my life, because Bing Bong is this character from childhood who's largely forgotten, but just persistently like pushes a character forward on their path. And when they realize they've done their work, fades away.
Gotcha.
Go get them.
And you see yourself in that same spirit as a teacher.
Couldn't have gotten a better compliment. That like my role, the environment in the classroom is me like positively encouraging, repeating the task over and over. But once I see they have it, like go get them. Like
Go get 'em.
I'm gonna step back and let you take the lead.
Let's
Great compliment.
maybe try to think about this question. This is one that I gave you beforehand. I don't know if you have an answer for it.
Let me see.
If you could redesign school culture like an album, what would the title track be, or what would that message be? Like, what's the remix? If you're going to give a remix to school's culture and retitle it as an album title or a song title, what would it be?
Okay. When I read the, because I did get a couple questions ahead of time.
Yeah.
When I got this question, I was thinking of songs that already existed. So I'm gonna maybe like think on the fly, but I'll walk through my thought process.
Okay.
I thought of, is it Woody Guthrie's famous song, "This Land Is Your Land"?
I don't know. I've heard the
Like
phrase
folk
before.
tale?
Yeah.
And
The audience is probably pointing at both of us for not knowing that right now. Go ahead.
But it's this idea that like this land is my land, this land is your land.
Yeah.
And like let's work together, let's appreciate it, let's celebrate it. So that would be like the theme of my classroom song or remix is like, especially working at Butler Tech.
Okay.
We've got schools from all over, students from all over the county coming to us, a few from outside the county who are able to get in. And I just feel like let's learn from each other, let's take advantage of our diverse backgrounds, and celebrate each other. Whatever like belief systems, cultures, talents we have, like let's learn them, let's celebrate them, and let's work together. Let's find a harmony there. So something about like SOA is my place and it's your place.
Yeah.
I don't know, like SOA is ours. Maybe that would be my like remix.
Just the concept of having shared culture
Share culture,
versus top-down culture.
Right, like let's learn from each other and then just magnify what we're already doing well in a united way.
It's a perfect segue when you start talking about your classroom into what you want it to be known for from a space of energy. Let's transition into the craft of teaching.
Okay.
So shout outs to you. You're Butler Tech's Teacher of the Year last year, our 24-25 Butler Tech Teacher of the Year.
Thank you.
We're going to have the opportunity to recognize you at our All-Staff Day or our annual Staff Day coming up here in November.
Thanks.
I think you were already recognized at the state conference, or you're going to be acknowledged at a state conference coming up.
Oh, dang.
You're going to be the person that we recommend to be acknowledged at the state level. So
Thank you.
shout outs to you. Talk about, beyond one or two of the examples that you've already shared, what's your overall approach in the classroom? Like if you're half type A, you're half comedian, this land is my land, this land is your land, what else do you want your classroom to feel like or be known for that's a reflection of who you are as the teacher of that space?
Sure. So I think what I've learned in education is the lessons that are most memorable are the ones where students are most engaged. So to achieve that like high level engagement, it's like when students have some say in the outcomes. So usually we level the playing field by like maybe we'll do an activity where our students all can have shared vocabulary or we all understand like the basics together. But once that level is achieved, I normally present students like, okay, here's my goal. Like, here's where I hope we end up.
Yeah.
Here's why it's relevant. Like, here's why it's a state standard or like why you'll need this knowledge or expertise like later in life, this skill set. How do you guys think we can get there? Or like, what would you like to produce to get there? And so I hope my classroom is just known as a space where students feel like they have some ownership in it, that they can bring their own talents to be motivated in that room. Like, I hope it's a space where they look forward to coming like, oh, what are we going to do today? Like, I wonder what we're going to get to try out or experiment with or play around with as it relates to social studies.
It's a great answer. You know, at Butler Tech, we've pressed hard this year to talk about the importance of student-led spaces, student-led culture, student-led classrooms, and I couldn't be more appreciative of your reflection of what you want your classroom to be known for. It's definitely in alignment with the language I'm trying to share and communicate. And you know, this idea of student-led practices or student-led classrooms and cultures it's really about us as an organization following the lead of our best teachers. And I know that you're one of those teachers that we look up to in the district as we need many classrooms to feel of the same caliber of rigor and engagement and culture and relationships that your classroom feels like. So for all my viewers, if they haven't been to your space, people need to come into your classroom. It's one of the best classes in our entire ecosystem. We got 250 classrooms, and it always feels amazing to walk in your classroom.
Thank you. It's a high praise. You know that initiative with Butler Tech helped me rethink small things?
Such as?
Because I feel like when I was lesson planning, it was always like, how can students lead like big stuff, like end of unit, culminating moments. But then this idea of Butler Tech to have students lead just day to day.
The nuts and bolts?
Yeah. I've had them do the bell ringer discussion, just an opening 5-minute talk my classroom always starts with. And I've been able to coach them through like, okay, here's how you get a group's attention without yelling. Like, you know, like you can repeat yourself, like, thank you so much to the three of you. Like little things.
Positive narration, call and response.
How to set the tone. Like, okay, at this point, we're going to have laptops at 45. Just that young people maybe don't feel they have the authority to say, but actually by just calling order, it creates a space where everyone can lean in. And I feel like those are skills that are expected of you as soon as you enter the workspace, but aren't explicitly taught when you're in high school. And so Butler Tech's push to have more student-led moments, I think is just like also just a press for professionalism. Like the skills that I have that I'm like, wait, why aren't I sharing this knowledge that I had to learn the College of Hard Knocks or whatever, first year teaching?
Just like in any school setting, your classroom doesn't exist in isolation. It's part of this larger ecosystem, and in particular, yours is part of SOA. And I know there's Mr. Kimhart, our beloved principal there. He loves to tell us all the time that School of the Arts is the best kept secret in Butler County.
Yeah, it's the best.
What's your reflection, like, how do you feel about School of the Arts when you go there every day? Like, what's your gut say about that place every day?
I'm so grateful. Truly, like, SOA is such a special place. Everybody knows each other and celebrates each other. It comes from the top. Like, Kim Hart is truly one of the most kindest people in the world, bar none. But he's kind in a way where he's just like wanting everyone to develop. He encourages growth. So he never wants us to be stagnant. And we see that in himself. He's always telling us about projects he's working on. He works hard. And then that trickles down. So every teacher at SOA is just like a master in their craft. All of us are coming with lots of years of experience with whatever background we have. But we celebrate each other. We like share, like, here's what I'm trying. Like, I thought of you in this moment. We collaborate. So we take advantage of our small size,
Yeah.
but the resources that a large district like Butler Tech has to offer.
Yeah.
It's the best of both worlds,
Wow.
truly. It really, we call ourselves a family, and I know, like, when you hear your family, like, that's like an Olive Garden slogan, but it's true at SOA. It feels like when you're in that building, you feel like you're part of something.
Talk to me a little bit about this idea of good trouble, which is this concept of disruption, meaning shaking the table a little bit.
Yeah.
What's one system, belief, or practice in education that you'd have intentionally challenged or you'd like to challenge?
Yeah. I think when I think of good trouble, I think of, like, John Lewis and the civil rights movement.
Yeah.
So for me, like, I don't think I'm doing anything on that scale.
Understood.
But I do like just definitely want to engage in like at least the good part if I feel like I'm not shaking up enough trouble or whatever. Well, here's what I'm trying to do. If I look at good trouble and times where, like, people have maybe used their voice to speak out against injustices for a better world, in my classroom, I'm thinking I have a goal of empowering all students to, one, find their voice as they're, in the adolescent stage of life, and then two, know how to use their voice. So specifically, like in government, we explore different, like, political beliefs, different civic issues, and then I do a project about civic engagement. So my hope is that all students know, like, believe in whatever you want to believe in, because it's based on, like, logic, evidence, lived experiences, it matches your culture, whatever you believe in, like, let's identify it, but then let's know that you can do something with that. And so I just hope students know that they're powerful, that almost all, like, big moments in history have come from, like, young people as a power source. I just want them to leave here knowing, like, I can do stuff, I can think bigger.
Hey, what I hear you saying is, at the beginning of your reflection, I said understood. I didn't finish my statement. Understood that you feel a particular way when you're comparing yourself to other people in history that have created good trouble. But for me, that's an opportunity to validate you don't underestimate the impact of what you're doing every day. Like, there's a massive ripple effect that you're creating. Like, I can't walk from this side of the campus to this side without at least one student stopping me, saying, "Where are you going?" And I say, "I'm going to see Val Folz." And the response is emotional. It's laughing. It's laughing. It's high energy. It's contagious. Like, you're impacting the culture.
Thanks. Yeah.
At such a significant level inside of School of the Arts that no wonder you're Teacher of the Year. It's just such a space of high energy, such a space of positive impact and love. So kudos to you.
Thank you.
Keep talking to me about. Is there a particular moment, or was there a particular show or a particular performance at SOA that sticks out to you that just validated for you it's the right place for you to be?
Yeah. It just came to me.
All right.
A couple years ago, just a wonderful student is on stage singing, and that wasn't their major.
Their forte?
Yeah, like
it wasn't their primary
they
skill
were
set?
a bassist. And that student is on stage singing an Aretha Franklin song. Not just singing, like singing like one of the greats. And the sound system happened to cut out in that moment.
Okay.
And they're already, like, going out of their comfort zone. And the school audience at that point was all students. A student show on, like, a school day.
Okay.
And one peer said, "Come on, you've got it." And then another peer started singing, like, light, like, backup.
Yeah.
And then the whole student body started singing, like,
Aretha
light
Franklin.
backup. So that student could just a cappella belt it. I don't think there was a dry eye in the audience. Like, to see a student take a risk, try something new, and then it not go, ideally, but have just a community of their peers lift them up so they could finish and be proud. It just helped me understand that schools are places that should be safe to take risks so we can grow and be, like, our most full self and know, like, wow, I did that. Or even the student in the audience, like, I helped them do that. Like, you're never working in isolation.
Talk for a couple minutes, Val, about shifting bigger, 30,000 feet beyond School of the Arts. Let's talk about your influences and your legacy. in particular, I know you already shared about your mom and your dad being significant influences, but who are some other people that you want to give flowers to, like you want to shout out on a podcast that these are people that are invested in you.
Mm-hmm.
These are people that push you to be great. These are people that inspire you.
Yeah.
Whether it's people right here in this building or close friends that you have in your personal life or whomever, like who are these people for you?
Well, definitely like friends and family. So mom and dad, still outstanding. I have a really excellent family. Andy, whoop whoop, love you, babe. My husband, my sister, all of them. But honestly, like I just am so fortunate to work at School of the Arts. The community, the collective efficacy there is bar none. And I have worked at excellent buildings, Madison, more traditional school in Louisville, where the staff have been phenomenal and really like been excellent. But at School of the Arts, the students are coming every day, creative, like willing to put themselves in a space to be vulnerable. And the educators at School of the Arts and the whole faculty, the whole staff of the building, we take it seriously. Like we know they're coming, willing to try something new. So we want to make sure we're giving them the experiences where they can really grow. The collaboration is incredible. I don't know if there's a better time to talk about it, but we had an idea, the arts teachers had an idea, like what if we had a gala inspired by Wright State's Arts Gala. We just felt like we wanted to like level up what the end of year celebration looked like for seniors. But to put on a gala is such immense like
such
work.
a big deal.
So the arts teacher said, you know, like we can't do this in isolation. Like we really need help. And just to see the whole building come together, like truly everyone who works at SOA said, all right, well, here are my strengths. Here's what I can take on. And all the juniors who weren't even going to be presenting at the gala to take on different roles. It felt like such a victory to see our school like glammed up. Literally, we dressed, you know, like we were going to a gala. And it was a true celebration. And it felt, there was an energy, like, you know, when you go to New York City and you're like, oh, there's a pace, there's a life, there's a heartbeat in this city. That's how School of the Arts felt on Gala Night. Like there is an energy here that makes you want to produce, to celebrate, to try. So I would just say the School of the Arts family, I kind of forget the question, but just like I got to give a shout out to the leadership of Kim Hartmung and then every single person at School of the Arts.
It's great. Keep talking about, in terms of influences in your educational journey, do you recall a person ever believing in you when you didn't quite believe in yourself?
I think my first years of teaching, you know, when you don't, because quite honestly, my skills like weren't super developed yet. And my cooperating teacher at Madison Local Schools is where I was fortunate to do my student teaching is David Cundiff.
Okay.
And I remember he wrote like my recommendation letter at the end of the semester. And he's like, is it too much if I underline the word excellent, but you are? And I remember being like, it's not too much, but I am. He just gave me like a confidence, I think, that made me feel like I obviously didn't have it yet. Like I didn't have the craft like well oiled. But he said, you've got the raw material, like you've got what it takes to keep going. And so he gave me the confidence to like power through those first years where you're, you know, really learning so much so quickly.
Something that I'm connecting the dots on is throughout like even this podcast, and of course I've known you for a couple years now, you don't appear to be uncomfortable, rarely.
Thank you.
If you are, you don't show it.
Thank you.
Like are there things in this profession that challenge your sense of comfort?
Yeah.
Like, what are those things? Like, what rattles you a little bit that would humanize you with our audience? Like, what are the things that just push you a little bit in a way that you don't think about these things, and then when they happen, here they are?
It's like I wrestle, particularly as a social studies teacher, like with these different like identities. I, as a social studies teacher, really believe it's not my job ever to tell students what to think.
Yeah.
But just to get them thinking, believing in themselves, and acting on their own.
Does that rattle you?
Because sometimes I have personal beliefs.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, I want to say, well,
But
consider this. And so I'll play devil's advocate and sometimes say things that I don't believe in. Or sometimes I'll want to speak up on issues, but I feel like because my role as a teacher,
That's right.
I almost feel sometimes like I need to stifle my political leanings because I want to be respectful of the political climate.
That's right.
It's hard because sometimes you want to say more, but you're like, am I in a position, would that hurt my relationship as like a...
It's a great reflection.
So yeah, so I kind of struggle, like, am I doing that's like good trouble, you know? Like, I feel like I'm good at the good part. Yeah. Like I'm you know, like in safe zones, I thrive. But like knowing when to like make a ripple, sometimes I'm like, I stay in a lane because what I think might have the bigger impact is if I give students the confidence to make the ripple.
Yeah, kudos to you for that reflection, because that's a deep reflection that I don't know because I'm not a social studies teacher. I've never been one, but I taught English for quite some time, so there's some overlap.
Yeah.
And I have a deep level of respect for the way that you framed your answer, because you're putting at the forefront of that response the critical thinking and the empowerment of students to figure out how to advocate for what they believe in without hearing your personal influences and your personal political preferences. So kudos to you for knowing how to regulate that as a teacher and being confident enough to talk about that on a podcast.
It's tough.
That's a tough thing.
And I admire the choices, you know, everybody makes. But for me, that's tough. I wrestle with it. Yeah.
Well, what do you want to be known for when this is all said and done? When you're done as a teacher, what do you want people to say about you as a person? What do you want people to say about you as their teacher? Like, what do you want your legacy to be?
I want my legacy to be that people always felt like safe, comfortable, look forward to coming to my classroom and the environment there. And I hope, if I could be so bold, that people feel more empowered as a result of having me, like more confident in their financial decisions or their mental health. I teach psych too. Or they are active voters. I have a personal goal that like everyone's a registered voter when they graduate. Sure. Like I just hope students feel like I have Mrs. Folz, like I understand my worth and that my worth is like I deserve a say. I deserve the best. I deserve all the good things. Yeah. So I hope they feel that in my room they were respected, cared for, like had a space where they could be themselves, and that they push for more after.
Great.
They don't settle.
Speaking of not settling, one of the things I wanted you to do towards the end of this podcast is have an opportunity to give me feedback.
Okay.
Or coach me up.
Yeah.
In particular, what's your feedback to me about my role as the superintendent of Butler Tech? You've had the opportunity to see me move into this role, and you're a very super trusted teacher.
Yeah.
That I would call someone a great colleague of mine. What's your feedback to me about something I need to be aware of or keep at the forefront of my thinking or do a better job of to lead the district?
I think, and this is coming like from me, like when I felt I've grown most as a teacher is when I listen to the students, like get student feedback and diverse student feedback, not just the people who are volunteering to get feedback. So I would say just keep listening and keep providing opportunities for like honest, you know, like true feedback from large groups. Because I think when we listen and stay open-minded, we're more willing to change, and you never know what good can come from that change. Like, so keep listening.
I appreciate that feedback.
And you are doing that with the teacher panels and stuff. So keep doing it.
Will do.
Yeah.
A couple random things I was thinking about that I didn't have planned, but I wanted to ask you. What was your first car?
A Toyota 1999 Toyota Camry, best car honestly I've ever driven.
You still have it?
No.
Everyone still has a 1999 Toyota Camry.
I mean, I did. I drove it for like 300,000 miles, but it was just smoothest engine I've ever had.
That's hilarious.
I love that car. Yeah.
And then earlier in the podcast, you mentioned that you're a mom. Why don't you tell us what your family structure is? Who's at home?
I'm fortunate. My mom and dad's still together, still living at home, and so my dad's still doing comedy. Creatives can't stop creating; they wither away. But
you have two daughters.
Oh yeah, my home.
Yeah,
Isn't that funny? Like I still I'm 38, and I think of my home as like I have a home now. Yeah, so I'm fortunate enough that, I married Andy. Oh my gosh.
Okay. And you guys
Got
have two
lucky.
daughters?
We have 2 kids.
Two.
How lucky are we?
How old are they?
June and Sloan. June is 6 now,
I
a
love the name
first
Sloan.
grader.
That's a great name.
Thanks. Ferris
Yeah.
Bueller's Day Off. Got it there.
From Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That's
yeah,
awesome.
and Sloan, just a ball of energy, 3 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh.
shout outs to June. Shout out to Sloan.
Yeah, they keep me belly laughing.
I'm
They're
sure
the
they
best.
keep you belly laughing.
Yeah.
Before we close today, I'm reminded of the importance of community. You spoke a lot about how much you deeply value the teachers at School of the Arts.
Yeah, they're the best.
How much you really lean on the energy from the kids. You have a really high degree of respect and appreciation for Mr. Kim Hartmong, your principal there. And you talked a lot today about community, so that's something I'm taking away from you.
Thank you.
I'm certainly taking away from you the importance of optimism. You're just constantly in a good mood at all times. The way that you talk to people, the way that you make people feel, it's definitely spills over into your teaching. And I know that the handful of nominations that people wrote about you regarding your Teacher of the Year nomination, everyone was complimentary about your relentless optimism.
Yeah.
And then I also heard you just doing a lot of reflecting on how you can grow as a teacher and shift into more student-led practices, how to focus on small nuts and bolts in your classrooms. It's not just the big ideas. And I just want to commend you for being reflective and letting me spend 30 minutes with you today in our podcast. I think the world of you as a teacher, Val.
Well, thank you for having me.
I've never had a chance to tell you, but I love you as a person.
Oh, thank you.
I'm deeply respectful of you as a colleague. And
Yeah.
to close out, I'm going to slightly pivot my microphone. You got to do the same with yours. So I got to, every time I see Val, I have to grip it up with her. We got to do it twice for the audience. There it is, one more time, 3 times. There it is. Val and I always try to throw a grip with each other just to have good positive energy. Shout outs to the students on the other side of the TV screen that are helping facilitate the Good Trouble podcast. They're part of Mr. Caleb Swellbar's digital media class. There's a whole team of them out here, so super
Pros.
thankful for Nate and the team that's out here. We look forward to more episodes and more productions. And with that, peace out.